The worst car crash I've ever been in was when I was a police officer, where I was literally going to a robbery, and somebody fucking blew a red light and smashed into me. Same side. Once again, blowing in the car door and like smashing my leg. I was like, God damn. So that was fun. That was good. Being all upset about not being like where I really needed to be at the moment. But, you know, what are you gonna do? I can't drive the car if it's broken. So I was a cop a long time ago. Long time ago. Yeah, back when I was a lot younger. Did it for a little bit, then didn't. I was only a cop for like 2 years. Very quickly learned it was not the job for me. I did not appreciate putting people through the stuff I put them through. Like, you know, like I was the good guy. You know, I always played good cop, but at the same time, was not a fan of like, you know, somebody who just didn't have all the right paperwork. Okay. But was driving because their wife was pregnant, you know, and they had to drive they're just driving their wife around. So those were the people I'd be like, please go get your license. Please take care of that. I'm looking the other way. I'm deleting the footage. Go get out of here. I'm giving you a warning, you know, like that kind of stuff. And then, you know, you never knew if like your boss was going to get upset at you for that or what. And so it was just too much. Between that and the stress of like never sleeping, it was too much. Like, cause you would, for example, I'd do a 12-hour shift, right? Go home. It was night shift, so I'd go home at like 8 a.m., try to sleep, and then have to wake up in like 3 hours to go to court for a case I was in. And then do that for God knows how many hours. Usually like 2 or 3, be in court for 2 or 3 hours while you waited for the judge to get to your case. And then try to get some sleep again for like 3 hours if you're lucky, and then go back on shift for another 12 hours. It was like, and that was every week. It was just, and people wonder why cops are so stressed out, man. It's just like, between that and being in life-threatening situations every day, it was like, this is not okay. This is insane. And thankfully, Kat was there too, and she's like, look, you are miserable. You need to stop. And I was like, you're right. So we stopped. We didn't do that. We moved into social work and mental health, and it is so much better. I was much happier being part of the preemptive solution as opposed to being the person rounding up the problem at the end, you know? Crazy. So, anyway. We got the backlog backstory here. Yeah, there you go. What did Lemon do before YouTube? A little bit of everything. Let's see. Do I regret becoming a police officer? No. No. Mainly because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be who I am today. You learn a lot. You learn a lot about people being in those kind of fields. So yeah, it's no, I don't regret it. I don't regret it one bit. Never ask a lady her age, a man his salary, and Lemon what he did before YouTube. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Something like that. All right, let's see. Your dad was a cop for 30 years and you've never seen him happier the day he retired. You know, same. I had some family members that were like in the fire department. And while firefighting is a lot more chill than police officers, because like as a police officer, you work hand in hand with the fire department. So, you know, I'd go over to the fire department, hang out with them for a bit and like see how they were doing. And, you know, they're always like just relaxed, and which is great. They deserve it. But be that as it may, though, firefighters do have it kind of rough because of like their higher ups constantly being on top of them, and being a first responder, like, because it isn't a picnic. Going to a fire is no picnic. I tell you what, that shit's scary, and that doesn't even And that's not even talking about like what the paramedics have to respond to and all that other stuff. So it's, yeah, no. My relative was also very happy the day he retired from being a firefighter. I wouldn't have thought so. He loved being a firefighter, but at the same time, you know, I asked him like a year or two into his retirement. I was like, "So, how do you feel about it?" He's like, "Honestly, I don't miss a goddamn thing." He missed the people. He did not miss the job, which is, you know, like any job, really. I know that's how I've always been. Every time I quit a job, it was always I miss my coworkers. I did not miss the job itself. Usually. That was an ember.